Hey, it's Michelle, and I'm getting back to you on part two of our discussion about acting a little bit more like a retailer, thinking more like a retailer, thinking of how they do things that benefit them and what we could translate or incorporate into our own businesses, specifically a rewards program. I've had so many questions about how I'm doing this. So bear in mind that I am just starting this thought. So it may be in a month I come back and say, wow, this was just really did not work. So it's an infant, but I did introduce it to my customers. They seem to be excited about it. I discussed it with my husband, who's an accountant, and he and I both decided that my initial thought was really going to give away too much. So we rethought a few things. And fortunately, the way I had worded it when I announced it, I left it just vague enough that I'm able to change things behind the scenes without confusing my customers, because they didn't really know how it was going to work. They just knew there was a rewards program. So I want to show you what I did in Canva, what documents and pictures I made and where I used them, how to create a Google form that collects their address, phone number, email, and what I did specifically to announce the program, and then just purely in an effort to explain how my rewards work. I'm going to show you the software that I use for my office. It's not intended to try to get you to buy the software, because unless you're in my specific business, it wouldn't work for you anyway. But I have had a lot of confusion about how my rewards work. And so hopefully, if you kind of see the bells and whistles, it will be more clear. But really, you can run yours however you want. And my customers don't really need to totally understand how it works, because I'm pretty much telling them, this is how much you earned. So, but I want you to understand it so that you can utilize it as best you can. So where should we begin? I'll try to go in linear order. I think that the first thing I did was go to Canva and create like an announcement post before I really even decided what I was going to do. I just wanted there to be something that was like, boom, in your face, I've got a rewards program, and just like boom, 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 like all the different points that, the different, the bullet points, I guess. So, okay, so let's go to Canva. We'll start there. I'll have to do a couple little jumps here. So I'm in Canva. I've referred to Canva several times, I know, but it's amazing. And if you haven't heard anything about it yet, then you can go to YouTube and just look for a general Canva tutorial, or I'm sure there are several right in Canva. This is a free desktop and phone app. There is a paid version, and I'm sure that some of the things that I do with it require that. So if I say, oh, and it'll do this, and you try and it doesn't work, it's probably because you're trying to do something that the paid version does. So I apologize in advance. So I knew I wanted to make a Facebook post. So I went to the home page and I typed in Facebook post. I looked at the various templates. I chose something. I don't even know what this originally looked like, because I know I changed it a whole heck of a lot. And this is what I created. Just beauty rewards, reward yourself today, boom, boom, boom. And, put in all these different things. So, well, I guess if I'm going to teach you, let's go back. Let's choose something. So step by step, you would go into canva.com. Whoopsie daisy. All right. I struggle when I'm on two screens at the same time, which is what I'm doing right now. So heads up. Okay. Cursor needs to be right here, but it's not. Come here, cursor. No. Oh, cursor needs to be there. All right, that's the problem. I can never tell exactly where I am. Okay, so we would type in Facebook post. And what it's going to do is show you different templates, different ideas of what you could use to create a Facebook post. You can come over here and narrow it down if you want something you like a real modern look, or even if you want something that's going to be pink, you can, choose colors or what have you. So you choose something and then you start to make adjustments. You change the pictures and the wording and everything. So you just click on something and then you start. So like, for example, you could click this one, happy birthday. And boy, it's kind of slow today. I think my husband's doing something. But you could then change out that picture to represent, although that's a pretty good picture of happiness. And then you could just put like rewards program, instead of happy birthday, you could just type in. And to make it wider, you grab the little anchor thing, make it wider. So it's super easy to work with. It really is. And then you could just delete that altogether. So anyway, the one that I did, I just put in beauty rewards, reward yourself today. And then I put little pictures of things. I wanted it to be colorful and really draw the eye. And I put, like I said, kind of bullet points of what I was doing. Now, what I really especially love about Canva, and I think this is a paid thing, is that I can come up here. Yeah, it is, because it's got the little crown. I can tell it to resize. And so I can take that same idea and say, okay, I have a Facebook post. Now I want to make, they call it a Google Classroom header, but that's basically your Google Doc or your Google Forms banner. So I made a Google banner that looks exactly like this. And let's see what else I did. I think I made like an Instagram. I made an Instagram post, an Instagram story. So I could be consistent. So let me go to my home page and show you what I'm talking about. So these, I can see all my designs. I have like over 1,000. It's ridiculous. I'm like an addict. Okay. So this is my, my original Facebook size. Whoops. And then I also made a banner for my Google form, and I made a story. So that one is up and down instead of across, et cetera, et cetera. So I love Canva. I can't say enough about it. Yes, it's something that you have to learn. If that's just not how your brain works, it might take a minute. There are places where you can go to have things, have other people do this for you. But honestly, just take a Saturday and play around with it. It really, really is not difficult to figure out. Once you get the basics, you click on things, you can change, you can move it around, you can change the font. It's got every font you can imagine. It's got everything. So elements, you can add, let's see. So like I didn't really mean to put that in there necessarily, but I made something and I wanted movement. So I put in something like that. I mean, it's just, there's so many neat things that you can do. It's just ridiculous. When you see little videos that I post, like when I announce a winner, that kind of thing, I do it in here. Let's see. I thought it was on this left side, maybe not. But there's, I see where it is. I have to pull this up. Okay, find my cursor. Give me a second. So under where it says, now I'm on the wrong thing. Go over here. Okay, so then on more. So, okay, so all the way at the bottom left, there's a thingamajiggy called more. Okay, get over here so I'm a pointer. And then, now go over here so I can move this. Let's see. Anyway, long story short, there's a place where you can add music. There's a place where you can add movement. There's all kinds of stuff. Did I know that when I first started doing this? No, I've done 1,000 of them. Okay, literally. So don't feel like you have to understand it all. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the problem, is that I think we think, oh, I'll never get it. I don't understand. There's so much to learn. It's step by step, inch by inch. It's a cinch. All right, so this is my Facebook group, my private group. And right away I posted, it's been a couple days, so hold on. So right away I posted just something really basic, announcing beauty rewards. I just had a few things because I wasn't even sure everything I was going to do. And then shortly after that, I made that a little fancier. And now I have the Google form for them to click and to fill out. You are going to learn this. It is not difficult, and you are going to learn how to create your own fancy link like that. So don't think right now that you can't do this, okay? Keep an open mind because I'm telling you, it is super, super, super easy. So people will click on that. And this is what's nice, continuity, okay? It makes you seem professional, and it helps them to know they're in the right place. So that's why I created a banner that looks the same, okay? Did I have to do that? No. So this is a Google form that I created, and all I'm asking for is first and last name, address, city, state, zip code, etc., etc., etc. I am choosing to do this part because in the future, this is going to primarily go to new people. So I need to know, are you using Mary Kay? Like, you have a consultant, you don't have a consultant, you've ever tried it, you haven't tried it, all that kind of stuff. I need to add one actually because somebody said to me, "Oh, you're my consultant." I'm like, so that should be an option. Okay, I'll put that as the top one. Yes, Michelle Fox is my consultant. Yes, I currently use Mary Kay. I have a consultant servicing me. Not okay. All right, so I'm going to show you how to make one of these from scratch. So let us begin. So I am, move this over here. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the fact. I don't use Google nothing. Like Google Docs and Google all that stuff. Like I rarely use Google anything. Like when my kids send me their Christmas list in a Google Doc, it takes me 15 minutes to figure out where it is. So I don't know how you get here, okay? It seems to me that if you have any kind of Google, I don't know. It seems like everybody has some kind of attachment or a connection to Google. But if you absolutely don't, just type or Google Forms, okay? But however you get there, it's a mystery to me. But when you get there, it looks like this, okay? And basically, it's a place where you can create fill in the blank forms for free. And they give you templates, just like Canva. So probably the easiest thing would be for you to do this green one right at the beginning, this contact information. So you would, whoops, here it is. So you would click on contact, click on that one. So we're going to select that. That's the one that we want to use. I'm pretending like I'm you, okay? So I'm in Google Forms, and I just clicked on a template called contact information. I'm going to show you how I do it. You can do it however you want, okay? I like to change my banner. If that is already making your heart palpitate, leave it alone. It doesn't really matter, does it? But if you want to do artsy fartsy, you go up to customize theme. You click that, and it's going to give you options. If all you want to do is change the color, you can just change the theme color. It just changes that band, so that's not very exciting. But if you want to change the header picture, you can get rid of that one. And here's the easiest thing is to choose one that Google has put in there. And there's some pretty cute ones. So I think Party had some really cute ones. So, there's plenty to choose from in here. You don't have to do anything fancy pants, but what I do is I upload what I had already created and saved. Let me think. So that's going to be like, I knew that I had just created it. I knew that I had just downloaded it. So it was going to be, so I knew it was right there. So, whatever floats your boat, however you want to do that. Okay. So let's choose something just to, so we can do this. Let's see. We'll do this guy. All right. So, make it kind of a fun thing, like brand new rewards program, sign up, whatever. And then here you can make, a little blurb, a little description. So you can change the colors, like I said. You can change the background color, like if you feel like you want to jazz that up a little bit or you want to tone it down. You can also, let me see, okay, come over here, move this guy up. If you want to change the font, there's not much to choose from, but if you want to do something other than basic, you can do playful, formal, decorative, basic. So let's do playful. This feels like a playful. Okay. All right. So brand new rewards program sign up. So you're asking for their name, email. Okay. This is a little tidbit from Michelle Cunningham. She said, instead of just name, that she likes 2 separate places, first name, last name. And that's because if you're going to put it on an Excel spreadsheet, then that's easier. If you're going to sort it, like for example, by last name, and you've got it, where it's both on one line, then that kind of screws things up. So I've always done that. So this will be a good opportunity for me to show you how to add another question. So now we've got first name in there. All right, now I want to get rid of this over here. There we go. Okay. It's required. I mean, that's why we're doing it. So this thing is already turned on. The little red doodad is required. Now we want to create another box and ask for the last name. So down here, there's a thing that says duplicate. So click that, and it duplicated exactly that, but we want it to say last name. And again, it's required because we duplicated exactly the same thing. Email, phone number. So phone number is not required. So if you want to require it, I just clicked on the box to activate it. And then we can go down here and require it. I'm requiring it. You know what I mean? It's like I had to give it when I went to Sephora, so I'm requiring it. All right, comments actually was at the bottom. I think I moved that around. And same with address. She has you do street address, required, city, state. And I'll show you something at the end that'll make you really go, aha. Okay. Zip. Okay. Comments. Now you could change this to, all kinds of stuff. This is where you could ask, have you ever tried Mary Kay? Oh yeah, we need to do birthday too, don't we? Have you ever tried Mary Kay? Question mark. Okay, and it intuitively could tell by how you worded that instead of asking for a short answer, that you are now asking a multiple choice question. So that's how easy it is. It really does the thinking for you. So have you ever tried Mary Kay? So it's saying to you, okay, what do you want option 1 to be? Yes. Option 2, no. You know what I mean? So I usually try to find out, yes, I have tried it. I'm using it. I have a consultant. Yes, you are my consultant. I've tried it, but it's been a super long time. I don't have a consultant. Like I get it right in there, and try to find out what their level is, how experienced they are or whatever. And then I require that. But so now let's say we want to add something that's not a duplicate. It's totally new. We want to find out their birthday. So this is where you can add and whatever. So we're going to add a question and going to have birth date. Whoops, maybe we should spell it like that. See how it automatically knew that date. So then it just put it right in there. So when they are ready to fill that out, it will just be in like a calendar format. So it'll be really easy for them to fill out. So this is so easy. There are a couple of advanced things that I'm going to show you. You may have to come back later, after you've done this part, and then, take a breath. Because this is like, this is for big kids, this is the harder part. But I want to know that somebody just signed up, because you could have 5 people that signed up and you don't know, right? So I have it tell me that they signed up. You can also have an email sent to them automatically from you saying whatever you want, like a thank you for signing up, or hey, here's a link to my website, anything. But before we go there, so questions. So we just filled out the questions part. Responses. Here, I'll go here. So questions. We just filled out the questions part. Responses. We're waiting to get responses. Settings. So why settings is the last thing? I don't know. Seems like it should be the first thing. Most of this you're not going to change. We're not going to make it a quiz. Responses. Let's open this up. We're just going to change one thing. Okay. This is pretty important. You don't want to collect email addresses here. Don't change anything there. And maybe if I explain it, you'll remember it. If you click that button, it will require that they have a Gmail, and people will not fill it out. They will either because they don't have a Gmail or because they will be spooked. It makes the form look and act different. So don't do that. We are collecting email addresses in a different way. So we are bypassing that. Don't click that. It's a pain in the butt. Send response or is a copy. Nah, we're not worrying about that. Allow response editing. Do we want them to be able to change the response? No. I'm sorry. No. Limit to 1 response. Yes. I just want them to ask and answered. Okay. Just do it once. Presentation. If it's a quiz or something, you can show the progress bar. If it's something where you're taking like a poll, you might want to shuffle the question order. This is what I like to change right here. As soon as they hit submit, they're going to get a message. And I like to make sure that the message makes sense. So this says, thanks for submitting your contact info. So that's pretty good, but you could even edit it and say, you are now, let's see, you're now in the rewards program. Congrats. So, that's more significant. You know what I mean? And I don't change any of this other stuff. Yeah, done. Okay, so that's all done. The part where you want to be notified is, okay, all right. You have to get like an add-on to do that. So in other words, like the basic Google form, the free Google form doesn't offer that on its own. You have to put something on there. You have to attach something on there. And I had to go to like my app store or something to do it. Frankly, I don't remember all that. But I know that's how I got that. So, you may or may not want to play with that. It's up to you. But that's, you have to add this form notification or email notification. You're not going to find it over here anywhere. Okay. So I did something where I added this form notification opportunity. I'm going to open that up. And yes, it's important to me because seriously, I have so many of these things out that I have got to have a heads up. So enter recipient email. So this is notifying me. So this is my email. Okay. So this is the email that gets notified when somebody signs up. And I have it set so that I'm notified every time one person. So, if I were somebody, famous, you might, do it every 100 or 1,000. I don't know. But I do it every time. And then here's your thank you email. Now, this is really cool. They don't give you a whole lot of space. But here, again, collect email. If you click automatically, that's the bad one. That's the one where it requires the Gmail and it changes everything, okay? So this is already pre-filled out by form field, meaning that we created that, we requested it, okay? And it's going to ask you, you did? Well, where'd you ask that for? Or where was it? It's in the field called email. Imagine that. So we don't want anything automatically done, okay? We created it and we called it email. Imagine that. And we don't need to send a copy to anybody else. Oh, wait. Send a copy to... All right. Thank you, email. Okay. Well, nah, we don't need a copy. And then right here is where you write the subject. Make sure it's a catchy thing. Congrats again, or the rewards await, something like that. And then in here is where is the body of your email to them. And what's nice about this is as you start using these forms more and more, you want to layer your contact with your people. So let's say, they meet you through YouTube, but they have no idea that you have a website where you sell products. But they fill out a form to sign up for your email list or something. And your thank you email introduces them to your website. You thank you so much for signing up to be on my email list. I'm so glad that you enjoy my YouTube channel. I would love for you to check out my website, da 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 da. You know what I mean? So it just is one more opportunity for you to connect with them. So it's very cool. Now we're going to pretend like we are going to post this or make it available. A lot of times people will send a Google link to people. Like if I were a teacher, I would be sending this link to all the students in my classroom. So I would be sending it through email. But we actually want a link. Okay, so let me do that again. When you're all ready to present this to people, like it is done, and I want people to have access to it, we want to click send, even though we're not actually sending it, So your options are to send it through email or to get a link. That's what we want. We want the link, okay? I always shorten links just because I can. Okay, so this is the link to this Google form. Now look at this. Capital F, small k, capital G, capital X, small v, 1, X, VN. Okay, like who wants to type that in? Nobody. I realize that usually you're going to copy and paste, but if you had to say that to somebody, it's nuts. So we're going to copy that. And we are going to go to a magical world called Bitly. Okay. And this, let me see if there's a home page on here. There must be. Maybe not. I don't know. So Bitly, yeah, there's not a lot of fanfare on this page. It's literally a place where you go, you give them a long, ugly link, and it lets you create a custom link. So I'll just show you. So you're on bitly.com, BITLY, create. All right. Enter long, ugly URL. So remember how I copied it? Now we're going to paste it. There it is. Where am I? Go over here. Okay, I gotta move this up. Okay. So now I'm going to ask it to create. Okay, so this, now stay with me because you're probably going to you'll forget this part, I bet. Not your fault. Hold on. Oh, shucks. I accidentally shut that. I didn't mean to. All right, we're going to create another one. Oh. Okay. All right, we're going to go in here and, no, over here. We're going to paste that in and come over here, move this up. Over here. Now we're going to click create. Now it took that long one and made it shorter, but here's the thing that a lot of people don't know is that you can customize it by getting rid of the one that they gave you and putting in something else. I didn't know this for a while. I thought that it was just taking a long one and making it a little bit shorter, but no, you can absolutely make it be something that makes sense. So new points sign up. Okay, let's see if it's available. Click. All right, it says, let me see if I can show you. All right, so right here, it shows you new point sign up. So there it is. And then we can copy it, we can share it, we can edit it, etc., etc. You can even get a QR code. So once again, this is the old, long, ugly link. We changed it. We created our own. If you come over here, you can see more information about it. You can copy it. You can share it to social media. You do have the opportunity to edit it. You can create a QR code, but that I believe requires a paid version of Bitly. But let's copy it and see if we did everything correctly. Remember how I said we would need to go back and double check that? So we are going to put that in our Google search bar and make sure that it actually is performing correctly. So there it is. We know that it's working in terms of coming up as, like the link works. Right now, since I'm the creator of it, it's still coming up in the editable form. When someone clicks it who is not the person who created it, it's going to look a little bit different, but I'm going to show you that in a sec. So let's pretend like you want to post it in your group or on your Facebook business page. You would just like I put it in the search bar, you are going to right click and paste it into a comment field. So it's easy peasy. And why I had this one opened up is I was going to show you how at the beginning I said you'll learn how to do this, and we did. I also meant to show you that we not only want to check to see that the link is working, but we want to see what it looks like from the point of view of the person who's taking the quiz. So you go up to the eyeball up here to preview it and click on that. And it looks pretty much the same, except that this time around you can actually fill it in. So you can go through and see if everything is working. Choose an answer, fill in the, okay, now you're going to know how old I am, but maybe I'll make something up. I was born in 2012. And submit. Let me show you where submit is. Okay, so right here is submit. And then hopefully we'll get the little message that we created. You are now in the rewards program. Congrats. So remember when we created that message? And let's see if I got an email from us. Ooh, brand new rewards program. So this is the notification to me, the creator, that someone submitted a form. So let's see what that looks like. So you're receiving this email because an editor wanted you to receive an alert. So that's great. So that's what I, the creator, would receive so that I know somebody filled it out. This is what me, the pretend person who's filling it out, is getting in their email. Thank you for filling out our form. Remember how I said you can change this up to say whatever you want. So this is where you could say, thanks so much for visiting my YouTube channel. Here, I would like to give you a coupon for 15% off anything that you'd like to try, blah, 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 and provide a link to your website or something. So it's super fun because it is continuing to connect from one social media platform to another. It's continuing to layer so that your customer is seeing you in different ways at different times, and it's all automated. So how awesome is that? Okay, the last place I want to go is my software called Boulevard. It's Main Street Boulevard. And all I wanted to show you here is that I have a place where I can actually tell it that I want to use a rewards program, that I want to track their rewards. I think that means that it shows on the invoice. And here's the key. In the past, I've done it where for every $10 they spent, they earned 1 point, and 1 point was worth $1. So in other words, they were basically getting 10% back. That's a lot. It really is. If you look at other people's rewards program, it's not that much. And with the increased price of shipping and the fact that I do give free gift with purchase and have sales and open house and birthday discount, I really felt like I needed to rethink that. So how does Ulta do it? They give you a point for every dollar. So obviously you can't give them $1 for every dollar. So then I thought, well, how does that work? So I have it set up where for every dollar they get a point. However, the point is only worth 3 cents. So in other words, I'm giving them 3%. They don't need to understand that, okay? I need to understand that. You don't need to understand that. I need to understand that. But what I do need them to understand is that it is something that they can redeem. Let's see. So this is something, I can put it on the whole thing. So this is what like an invoice that I create looks like. And at the bottom, it says new beauty rewards program, earn reward points on purchases, etc. And then there's like a little chart that shows, so by the time you get 100 points, you'll get a $3 discount. When you have 200 points, you'll get a $6 discount. So they don't have to understand the math. They don't have to really know anything that's going on. They just can look down at that chart and let me figure it all out. You see what I'm saying? So I think it'll be fine. And then up here is their reward points. Let's see. Why am I not seeing it over here? Hold on. Hold that thought. Okay. Anyway, okay. So the reward points, and what I think is going to be cool about that is it's going to be a big number, you know? So, wow, what? I've got like 150 reward points. Whereas before, you know, it was a small number. It was like 10 or 15 or whatever. But, so we'll see, you know, I don't know. And then I'm going to have, and frankly, I don't have a lot of people that spend $250 and above in a year. I don't, but I'm going to have a couple times a year where they'll get double points. So like in skincare, during skincare month in June, maybe I'll say purchase a complete skincare set and get double points, you know, something like that. Or if I've got, like right now, I've got a lot of satin hands sets. I could say purchase a satin hand set and get double points. You can use it however you want, But if I didn't have this set up, I wouldn't do anything this complicated. Bottom line, you can use it however you want. You don't even have to use the point system. The rewards thing for you could simply be, pardon me. The rewards thing for you could simply be free shipping, birthday discount, personal invitation to my open house, exclusive offers. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a system, you know, that's difficult. You follow me? The concept is just that you're saying, hey, sign up for my program, my special program. And the more you shop with me, well, I guess that would be a rewards point. But basically, it's a way to reward their loyalty. And if there's a way that you can make them motivated to spend more, that's great. If that's overwhelming or seems too hard to track, don't worry about it this time around. But because you, like I said, you could just focus on the fact that you have free shipping, a birthday discount, yada, 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 yada. Okay. It's just that you want to market it. You're marketing the idea. All right. And we're using the Google form to obtain their information. Every now and then I'll find somebody, I'm like, I can't believe she's been my customer for 10 years and I don't have her birthday. How did I let this happen? You know? So we have a way now of making sure we have email, cell phone, birthday, complete address. How many people have moved and we don't have the right address? So that's it. I know it's a lot. I know you're going to have questions, but just take a minute, let this all sink in, watch it twice, practice on your own, play with it a little bit before you ask me, because I taught myself, and if I can do it, you can do it. There are Scooby Million tutorials on this stuff, but you just have to dig in. You just have to do it. And they don't know what to expect. So anything that you do, they're going to be impressed with. So just kind of play with it, have fun, make it something that brings you joy. Okay, if this is something that brings you stress and anxiety, then this isn't the right time for you to add this to your Mary Kay profile. All right, so think about that, or whatever group you're in. I'm sorry, I forgot this is Boss Babes. So whatever your field may be, just remember that you are doing these things to promote your business, but in such a way that you want to feel good about it. Okay. I want you to walk away from these feeling enriched, not overwhelmed. All right. So thanks so much. There will probably be a video number 3. I got a feeling. So I'll see you then. Bye.